We gotta clap.
Yeah, grab a slice. No, we gotta sync the audio.
We gotta sync the audio.
Because we're gonna talk shit about you, and you want to be able to.
All right, we're back for another This Week in Zaw, talking tech, pizza, and making fun of people.
It'll be lower.
Let's get into it.
Is that why I'm here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we do like
That's
to start.
why there wasn't an agenda.
Yeah, there's no agenda.
Okay.
No agenda.
We do like to start with the real quick, kind of what is your biggest mistake?
Well,
in-
first thing you're gonna start with is the pie
No.
and the guest.
Oh yeah, the guy and the guest. Oh yeah, we should do
Okay.
that. This is Michael Blake, and pie is from Costco.
The Costco pepperoni.
Yeah, we didn't get smoothies though.
I did have a smoothie on the way here.
Oh, we didn't get us a smoothie.
It was delightful.
I thought there was gonna be smoothies.
Thought there was teamwork here. Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, this is pie. We're gonna go through and rate them. We usually
Okay.
like to start by you telling something really embarrassing about yourself while we eat some of the pie.
That is a long list of things.
Yeah, that's good. That's why we were really excited about this episode.
Professional, personal,
Whatever, most fun.
whatever hits you first.
Whatever hits us the hardest.
Okay.
There'll be time for more. So this is just the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a story. Most embarrassing story?
Yeah, that you're willing to put on this camera that it's going to go out to millions of people.
The first small story is enjoying this pizza on camera. I'm lactose intolerant. So
Are you really?
There's the first
Why didn't you tell us?
mistake.
You should have told us. We would have got you.
No, we could add options.
It's fine. I push through tacos, ice cream. I can't
I've known
not.
you for a while. And
Yeah.
I thought this would have came up by now.
No, because I just power through.
Really?
Oh yeah.
This sounds
It's worth
familiar.
it. It's worth
Do you
it.
not have the pills or anything?
I used to do the lactate pill and the almond milk. It's too much work. I just power through.
I'm really proud of you right
So
now.
you're
Are
taking
you?
cleanup over work.
Right. Personal. Besides that,
That's a really good one, though.
Yeah.
is it all right?
Yeah.
Is that my story?
No, you'll have more. But
Okay.
That is a really good one, though.
I don't have a fingerprint of sorts on my left index finger, so
You're potentially a good robber.
correct. Let's not tell one of our clients.
Yeah.
Senior year in high school. Shout out to the Lederhaus family in Parker, Colorado. Go see you. So we had friends over after school or during school if we were skipping. One of my good friends, Paul Dennis, he liked to
I like
play.
the fact that you're throwing blame to someone
Yeah,
else.
I'm,
You're like
I'm
throwing
setting
someone under the
him
bus,
up early. He brought a one-pump air rifle for pellets over. And, in Colorado, we're right up in the foothills in this area, so backyard of this nice house was a bunch of trees. And so he was just kind of shooting into the trees, trying to shoot at a rabbit possibly. And then he was done. It was one feed, one pellet, and then you shoot, and that's it. We started watching Jerry Springer, of all things.
Like you do.
Right. And I remember he said, I like to shoot the air on my finger because it makes my arm feel funny. We all look at Paul and say, that's dumb. Somehow the gun's in my hand. So I'm on the couch pumping this thing, just going down. And I look around, no one's paying attention, put my finger on, poof. And I was like, oh yeah, that does feel funny. And then everybody was Mike. Blood dripping all the way down my hand, down my arm. Race to the bathroom, or the kitchen, and I'm trying to squeeze out what felt like it was a pellet in there. My friend's dad, Mike, came. He called me all the dumb names he could think of, helped me squeeze my finger to try to get the pellet out. And it was just, I'll tell you later what it looked like. Long story short, nothing ever came out. We assumed that there was never a pellet in there. I go to college, and it was hard. And he was like, the dad, Mike, was like, that's scar tissue. I was like, yeah, but it's sore whenever I play basketball or lift. And I could tink on a countertop, and you could hear it tink, 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 tink. I end up moving to Nebraska after school, and my girlfriend at the time's family were all nurses, and they were like, you're dumb. And so they took me into their office. We got an x-ray. Sure enough, pellet in my finger for years. But by that time, they had found out nerves grew around it, so they couldn't just slide. But I had to be put under and have surgery to have the pellet removed, and left me with a line in my finger. So long story to tell you, yeah, I'm dumb.
You're one of the few people that have shot themselves.
Yeah.
Well, it's not 50 Cent style
Yeah.
or Tupac, but it's, yeah, sure.
Was your finger magnetic? Like, didn't that give it away? Like,
We didn't try that.
Oh, you should have tried
that's the first thing
that.
I would have done. Does a magnet stick to my finger?
We didn't try it. I made
That
it,
could have been a feature.
and now, I don't think I had any issues with metal detectors, but
That's a pretty small amount of metal.
anyway, yeah, that was my claim to fame for a little bit.
That's a pretty good one. That's got to be up there. You know, we should really rate the stories from our guests
Yes,
as well.
we should rate our guests.
I
too.
don't want to
Yeah.
be on that list.
Okay, that's a pretty good story.
Yeah.
The pizza.
All right, try it.
Okay. What's the scale?
It's 0
1
to
to
10.
10, 10 best.
Yep.
Right. Anything like a 0 to 1 is usually like it's so bad I couldn't finish it.
Okay.
A 9 and 10 is in the realm of there will be no leftover because we are going to eat the whole thing.
Okay.
5 is obviously average, but anything in that like 4 to 7 range is good pizza.
Okay.
So there's on the lower numbers, I'm starving, I'm going to eat some, I'm not going to love it. Above that, this is fine, or I'm going to eat a bunch of it, but I'm not going to go crazy and eat all of it. We've only had a couple that were way up there in the no leftovers realm, but have you had Costco pizza before?
I have not.
Neither?
I've actually never even been in the Costco here.
This is crazy. We should have filmed it in the lobby.
I mean, it's good. That's solid. I'll go 5. For me, it's hard to have a bad pizza.
Agreed, right?
Right.
Well, we've had one.
We've done it.
I've heard about it. But no, I love pepperoni. Cheese, good. Maybe more sauce, but I'm a sauce guy. I go extra sauce
Sure.
if I can.
Especially lactose intolerant. Helps though.
Right. Helps
reduce
things,
that.
right. Helps get down. No, it's good. I mean, I guarantee you I'll finish it if you let us.
To me, I'd go about a 5 as well. It's nothing special. It is just a plain pepperoni, which I do like. But nothing special, but not bad.
No.
It's a really good definition of a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to whoever put that in the oven.
I'd go like a 5.5.
5.5.
I mean, it's a very run-of-the-mill average pie. Nothing bad or offensive about it at all. The best part about Costco pizza, widely known, is that large pie, which is approximately 3 feet in diameter, $10.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
the amount of pie you get for the price is outstanding.
That's got to be one of the attributes for a score, I think.
Yeah.
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 So if you're going to a pizza party, you're buying food for a classroom, whatever it might be, getting 4 or 5 Costco pizzas,
Cheapest way to go.
yeah, very easy to see.
And it is bigger than a standard large.
Yeah.
Like it's bigger than a Papa John's
Yeah,
large.
it's a lot of pie. If you get a slice of pizza fresh in the store, it's as big as the plate, 1 piece is. So 2 pieces here is 1 piece in the store, for what it's worth.
Maybe I do
never
have to
been
check
to these.
Costco out.
Yeah.
Some people have always wanted to invite me and bring me on a little trip.
But they don't.
No, because they're rude.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody has different journeys, kind of how they got into software. Just kind of curious how you got into software. I'm asking this question right as you took a bite of pizza, which is my goal. So I waited the exact right amount of time.
Yeah, great question. I think not everybody, I've met a lot of people that have had, everybody says they haven't had the typical path into software, which is funny because if everybody says that, then is there a typical path? In the right. Mine, I guess, started with IT. So in college, went to school for information systems. And then first job right out of school was a tech support job. It was installing UPS World Ship systems for factories. I mean, I'm talking Windows 3.1.
Ooh. Workstation?
One mouse click or button, just helping folks implement that. But when I moved here, got into Tag Team I, mainframe based. So that was JCL as a mainframe operator, essentially. And it was second shift, third shift, whatever they needed. But it was funny because at that time, I knew I still loved technology, but the demographics, you could already tell around 2001 were changing. It was about the year that Agile was formed, but not everybody obviously knew about it or was trying to implement it. but everybody wanted to go faster, and everybody was modernizing, and we weren't any different. So we were trying to transition from a mainframe to server side. But I quickly understood, like, my boss and bosses were all my age. So the rat race of trying to climb the ladder was going to be tough. The one way that I found that I could bring value and that I almost was drawn to more, because I was horrible at JCL. When ab-ins happen and you've got to create more space, I hated it, because backing down generations of files and finding them, I mean, that's green bar printing and bursting it and laying it out on the floor to go generations back was not fun.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds painful.
It was not ideal. I had a great mentor, Drenda Moss, she was so helpful to me, but also helped me understand that I was probably more process driven. So I was getting into Six Sigma and I got certified there. I loved Lean, found out about ITIL, and I mean, that was started in the 70s, and that became my driving force and helped me get to Nelnet. And so there was a couple of directors there that were really into ITIL and how you can piece out what you need for your organization. And they made everybody understand that the process didn't have to be a jail cell. It just gave everybody a shared language. So that idea of shared agreement was huge for me. I was a new younger father. And so just, I don't know, it helped me just kind of create some boundaries, but they didn't have to be straight black and white. But yeah, so at Nelnet, I dipped my toe into helping development teams and not just infrastructure teams. And it was great to actually work with both and understand how they need to work better together. And it was around the same times that DevOps had come out, and everybody had their own flavor of DevOps.
Still do.
Right. And I don't think anyone is wrong, but development operations, it was great for infrastructure and development to start to understand where they meet and where they can work better. So then when I made another flip to a company, I had a great opportunity and a great risk. I took it. That was all software based. And it was great. It was great to be able to help them with process and still have enough understanding of what they were dealing with to speak to them and not just be somebody outside. So yeah, the journey has been infrastructure, software, both. Now software again, and I like it that way.
No, it's
Long answer, sorry.
No, that's really good.
We've had longer answers.
Okay.
That went less places.
I thought for a minute you were going to name every company in Lincoln. You just kept going.
Well, no, it's only
No,
3.
I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No,
I'm really thankful for a lot of the mentors that I've had at every stop that have, because I think the Enneagram 8 in me, I was always.
What is the Enneagram 8 for our readers?
I'm
or
going to get him
viewers?
into it. Enneagrams, people could say that it's a personality test. Like anything, it categorizes folks. Everybody's had their flavor. Myers-Briggs, the Clifton Strength Finders. Enneagram gives you a spectrum because everybody is not one thing all the time. So Enneagram 8, you have different wings or different sides of you, and you have a healthy version and an unhealthy version. But 8s are, I guess, essentially about action. And I guess I fell into that. As a kid, they just call you having problems with authority.
Just shoot your finger. You're a finger shooter. Yeah.
That was the label as a kid. But what I found out is I just like to ask questions.
Oh. Is 8 stands for what, though?
It's very direct, very
Because they all have
about
names.
action.
There's like descriptions and stuff.
The challenger.
Challenger, yeah.
The nice way
What
of
is your
saying.
wings? What is your wings?
It's the 9 and the 7. But you also have triads, and so that's very gut, head, heart. So I don't know. It's a great tool to help I think at least just, again, shared language to let people just be aware who you are and who you're working with. Because if you don't have shared agreement personally or professionally in life, that relationship's going to fail.
Yep.
I heard 6s are afraid of 7s.
Okay.
I knew.
I don't think in Lincoln. Though.
Well, we're
I got
going
you.
to do the outro, and we started this going, but of course, Kodak takes a bite right as he's intended to do that.
It was a chewy handle. I wasn't ready for it.
But we want you to, again, like, subscribe, click that like. It'll give you that little dopamine hit. Makes you feel better.
Well, you forgot the most important part of the episode.
What?
Michael has to pick the next pizza.
Oh, he does have to pick.
Oh.
That is the most important part of the episode.
Falling apart, Chad.
No. We did things out of order. You're supposed to do the intro. We're out of order.
All right, I need to actually.
This whole
nail
company's
down
out
the
of order.
intro.
So I'm picking the pizza?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the tradition is the previous guest picks the pizza for the next guest. Usually they know who it is, so they can decide if they want to torture them or not.
we don't know who the next guest is. We've had
Yeah.
some guests, but actually, ironically, hurricane's affecting one of the guests that was
Yes.
going to come up. A hurricane is actually causing them not to travel. So that's
Hurricanes?
hurricane. Actually, it's hurricanes at this point.
Yeah, I hope everybody's safe.
Yeah. Actually, I should
So-
send them an email and see how they're doing. But so we don't know next guest.
Okay.
But if you had to pick a pizza you want us to try, it could be pizza you liked, a pizza you loved, a pizza you hated that you want to see us be tortured with meat.
I'll go with my kiddos. And to keep it safe, mellow mushroom,
Oh,
if that's possible.
that's a good choice.
I can't remember the names though. But they have like all meat pizza.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna love this one. I'm already in.
I've had mellow once or twice.
They like mellow mushroom, so I'm gonna go with my kids and,
Yeah.
and pick
Have you
that.
had their what is it? Their soft pretzels?
Yes.
Those are really good.
Yeah. Can we add like apps or?
We could maybe.
We've had cheese breads and
We'll
stuff
see if
before.
it's a good, if how much you like the person.
Okay, and then we
You
can
know, and
decide.
if Michael likes the person, we'll maybe get pretzels. If
I
not,
don't think I'm pretty sure I don't dislike anybody. So
we'll find out.
we'll test that. Unless it's Bill Udell.
Unless it's Bill Udell. I feel bad for him. He had to eat the worst pizza we've eaten so far
It's true.
by a long shot.
Doug's fault.
Well, good. He probably deserved it.
Yeah, he probably did.
Best basketball player right now, I think by definition, is probably Jason Tatum. He's an all-around player. Even if you watch the starting five on Netflix, where they highlight some current
Is that
basketball
good? I
players.
haven't watched that yet.
They try to do it like the Bulls documentary.
What team
It's exciting. My kids really liked it. But it's more geared towards a younger, because
Okay.
they got some music, make it fun. And
What team does this person play for?
he plays for the Boston Celtics.
Okay, and they've been decent recently, right?
Yep, they won the championship last year.
Okay.
They were killing teams. But Jason Tatum, and he'll even say it. He can hit threes, pull up jumper, dribbles well enough to where and he's not hurt. He spends a lot of time working out to where he's pretty durable. Obviously there's a lot of arguments. The most exciting basketball player right now is Anthony Edwards. People are comparing his physicality to Michael Jordan. The way he gets up, and
know that name.
he's an artistic dunker, and he's bananas exciting.
Most
Crazy.
athletic person in the game right now.
Easy.
Easy.
I thought Jordan was a baseball player, though.
Okay, we're not
Not a good
gonna do
one.
this. Right. The Barons. So best player, I think by definition, is Tatum all around. He's a two-way player. He can play a little defense, but yeah, the most exciting is Anthony Edwards. But we're going all time.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Out the gate, it's Michael Jordan.
There's a right answer, and he got it.
There's no question. A lot of folks who've never seen him play will try to point to LeBron's physicality. And if that was the case, well, then Shaq would be the best player. LeBron, and that's no slight to LeBron. He's an amazing top 5 player of all time. But he's just bigger than everybody, and he uses his size well. He does this running back move where he runs in the paint and then he opens up. And he's done that for years. He has a little shot. He's obviously in the NBA, he can play the game. But Michael Jordan is a winner. He's a killer. If it's a stat game, he can beat you there. LeBron has the most points in history. Great. But if that was the case, then Kareem would be the best. He was never considered the best. He's great, but never considered the best. So it's not points. It's about who wins the game. It's why they play the game. Michael Jordan has never lost the finals. He's never gone to a Game 7 in a playoff series. when he needed to win, he did. Now, off the court, that doesn't make him a great human being, maybe. Depends on what you're thinking. But he played deep. Like, he was the only player that could win Defensive Player of the Year and also be the MVP of the league. That's Michael Jordan. I mean, he plays both. It's not football where you just play one side of the court. You play both sides. So he played both sides of the court. He was the quickest to get to his points if you're doing an average. And just he knew how to play the game, his basketball IQ, which is something they try to talk about now. He understood the game. Like, he could score at any level, whether it was down low, mid-range, or at the three. Like, he scored at every level, and he would also go down and stop their best player. If you watched him play, he just took over an entire game. And there's just a lot of folks who never saw that. They just hear his name and think, well, there's no way he could be that good. He was really that great. Like, if you saw the way he shot the ball, never touched the net. Like, if you saw the way he also when he drove, this is getting long-winded, he would take 3 to 4 dribbles to go score. Players now, Luka, who's great, Kevin Durant, who's great, Stephen Curry, who's great, they take 15 to 30 dribbles in order to get their one shot off. And it looks great individually, horrible for the team game. So even as a coach, I don't ever try to tell them to be like an NBA player, because it's 15 to 30 dribbles, and even a lot of trainers help individual skill sets. But just like in life, you can't do anything alone. Anyway, Michael Jordan, hands down.
I've never heard anyone kind of explain and break it down like that.
That was
I appreciated
excellent.
that. That was good. I was